Hi everybody, I'm Kevin Orman, the Master of Self-Leadership. Welcome to Leadership U. Today I'll be showing a segment of a presentation that I gave this morning to a bunch of CEOs, and so this will give you a chance to listen in. I'll probably show clips from this for the next several weeks on Leadership U, and so you'll be able to see most of that presentation and learn what they learned. Welcome to Leadership U, where it really is all about you. I always start with that because then I don't have to rely on somebody's memory. Sometimes that happens. That's one of the techniques, by the way, if you decide to speak. If you can control that environment, that's a very helpful thing to be able to do. It just sets the tone however you want to set it. And so I'm kind of pulling the curtain back and showing you the man behind the controls a little bit here. But I think it's important to recognize that so that we understand where we are. Now, I've decided to call this thing Harmony, going beyond the balancing act. And that's so important. We'll talk more about what that means as we get through the process here. But by all means, feel free to interrupt me at any time and raise your hand. If it's not convenient for me, I'll simply ignore you and put you off until later. So don't worry about me. And let's get some interaction to the degree we can. I'm not on television. I'm here live. So that means I can actually respond live, and we can go from there. Does that make sense? Because that's all part of the process. Now, the other thing is, and that's okay with everybody, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's all right with that? Now, the other thing is, I'm going to give you some valuable information. And in the process of that, some of you will undoubtedly want to talk to me a little bit more. And so I'll give you an opportunity to do that at the end if that's okay with everybody. Is that good? Everybody's nodding their head, that's good enough. Okay, very good. And, you really, if you're looking to make your business go beyond the limitations, to really take the cap off the darn thing so that it'll take off, you are in the right place, because we're going to talk about why that works and why it doesn't. And we'll talk about who does have that work and who doesn't have that work. Just a quick example. Good grade. How many's read Good Grade? All right, now, do you realize since that thing came out around 1999, 2000, 85% of those companies have tanked? Some of them are not even around anymore, but the ones that are around aren't doing what they were doing then. Do you ever wonder why? Let me tell you why. And we'll understand a little bit more about how that works. And not only that, but probably the most important question is, how do you avoid it yourself? Isn't that really what you want to do? You don't want to have that happen to you, what happened to them, correct? So let's talk about that as we go along here. I'm going to start here, just going through this process so that we can get that process done. So, it is 1987, it's July. I'm sitting in my office, in my home, and I'm looking out on the backyard and at my desk, and the phone rings. So I pick up the phone. It's the CEO, it's the Chief Financial Officer, CFO, of the company that I'm the CEO of, that we have taken from zero to $6 million in today's dollars in 18 months. He informs me that there was a board meeting held that I didn't know about and wasn't invited to. We all know where this is going, right? And at that board meeting, they rejected the offer to take the company public that I had brought in. And oh, by the way, you're not the CEO anymore. Click. And I'm just stunned. It's like, I'm just sitting there, and I'm listening. I listen to the pitter patter. I've got 8 kids. Pitter patter of feet upstairs, and I'm going to lose my house. I have no income. What am I going to do? So
Anybody relate? Okay, and so what happens is it's 2 weeks later, and I'm sitting in the same office, the same desk, looking out the same window, and it's been hell. It's been a tough 2 weeks. It really has. The range of emotions from wanting to kill people, okay, plotting murder, to pity party, to just despair, as you can imagine. And I didn't lose the house, by the way, and everything else. It was all on the line. You know. So, I'm sitting there, and I have this realization that the question I need to be asking is what's missing? How did this happen to me? What's missing? It was a tech company. I've got electrical engineering degree. I designed part of the space shuttle system back in the day for Boeing. You know the part that never broke? That's the part I designed. Okay. And and I've got an executive MBA, so I've got that figured out. I understand how to put the systems together. I understand how to put the processes together. I understand all these things. How did this happen to me?
Subscribe here to Leadership U to make sure you get all the videos. Also, you can watch more videos from here, including 2 that I've shown, my speaker reel, and also one I call Leadership Elephants in You. Also from here, you can go ahead and then get to my website to find out more about my speaking, books, and other things. Have a great day. See you on the flip side.